What's going on YouTube? This is Derek over at D-May Auto, and I am finally back. Took a little hiatus to spend time with my family and stuff. But today we're taking a look at the brand new 2023 Nissan Ariya Evolve Plus. Alright guys, so we're taking a look at the 23 Nissan Ariya. This is Nissan's premier EV SUV coming out. This is the Evolve Plus. So it only has 289 miles of range with about 238 horsepower, electric horses, however that works. Anyways, so we're going to start off with taking a look at the exterior. As you can see here, just like any EV, there's no grille, no need for any air intake at all, so you don't need it. Really nice LED daytime running lights. Here's your normal projectors that stretch right along the body of the Ariya. Looks really great. It's nice, like diamond weave texture just beneath the surface there. LED Nissan emblem, so you can see it. Now, this thing right here is your fog lamps, which a lot of vehicles don't have, and some manufacturers have gone away from, but not the Ariya. Nice LED fog lamps. Of course, your parking sensors and your front camera as well. Now, another cool thing is they actually have functional air tunnels here. They go, flip right around, right here over the tire. Nice fenders right over the wheel wells. They look good, give it kind of a nice sporty wide body-esque appearance. 19-inch wheels and tires. You got the fan blade, this is plastic, and then your aluminum alloy wheel right there. But overall, the exterior of the Ariya has a great aesthetic. You kind of have the nice katana blade looking design, kind of like on the back of the new Z. It really looks great. You have a kind of a nice futuristic design, which is kind of what all these manufacturers are going to with the EVs, because they're the future of the automotive industry or whatever. But it works really well, looks great. The tail lights here have nice LED lights, and even your Nissan badge here is, it's underneath the glass here, which I think is a nice touch. Looks really great. Of course, your Ariya and Evolve Plus badges that match up with the rest of the Nissan lineup. Right here in the back, of course, you got your nice little kind of spoiler with your rear lights there as well. Shark fin antenna. And your wiper right there on the back, of course. Different sensors. Look over here to the charge port. Alright, so here's your charge port. Pop open. Boom. Let's see if I don't know if I can quit messing with this. Oh yes, I gotta open that first. There you go. I figured it out. Not that hard. You just bam. So there you go. It has this nice futuristic look. Like I said, like we mentioned earlier, I actually really like it. Looks really good. The way the lighting and everything is set up is, if you come across one of these on the road, you're gonna know what it is. Like, oh, that's an Ariya, just from the lights. I think that Nissan has done a really fantastic job on designing it, and I think I actually kind of like it over like a Tesla Model Y. As far as design goes, exterior, there's just a little bit more to it, a little bit more thought put into it than like a Tesla. And I like Teslas. So yeah, I think I would exterior wise, I think I definitely would go over, choose that over the Model Y. And that says a lot for me, because you can ask anybody that I work with that like Teslas a lot. You're probably going to give me a lot of flack for that, but what can I say? Like what I like. All right, guys. So we're looking at the inside of the Ariya, and again, I think what Nissan has done with the Ariya is fantastic. Actually, finally getting my hands on one. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know, whatever. But actually being in one and seeing what they've done with the interior, and the interior is great, by the way. If you liked the outside, you're gonna love the inside. The coolest thing about this is that there is no like center console that goes all the way to the front. It is just, the bottom of it is just straight across. There's nothing, and we'll show you here in a minute. It's very minimalistic and practical. Instead of having just one massive tablet, kind of like a Tesla, there is your normal 2-screen design, and then you have some like haptic buttons down here that for your climate control. So it's still practical and easy to use. And again, I'm pretty ecstatic about it, actually. So let's get into it. So looking at the dash here, of course, you have a 12-inch display for your driver information center. Then you have another 12-inch display over here for your infotainment center, your map, navigation, audio, all that good stuff. And then you also have these haptic buttons like I was talking about. So there's no physical buttons, but I don't know if you can hear that, but there's like a little haptic feedback when pressing these buttons. Now, cool thing about the climate control is you also can hit right here and control your driver's side or passenger side. This is where you also control your heated seats. Let me go back to the driver. See that a little bit better. So this is where you can control your temperature, heated steering wheel, heated seats, and your sync and or driver only settings as well. And of course, you have this little rundown here for your home screen. The display is very smooth, very responsive. Of course, you can go to all your apps. Let's get to that. So all apps. So here you got your EV settings. So you can even do climate control timer. So you can, if you want the car to kick on the AC or heat at a certain time of day, you actually can do that right here. Of course, your charge timer, your range, energy settings, all right here. Of course, your normal navigation. Nothing to really explain here. It's set up just like every navigation in pretty much every new vehicle. Your audio, your Sirius XM, AM, FM, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So, okay, back over here to the steering wheel and driver center. So you have this nice flat bottom steering wheel. I really like the design of the steering wheel. Right here in the center is kind of rectangle shape for your horn and airbag. Of course, your ProPilot and cruise control settings, your normal volume control and driver's selection tools right there, and your normal light controls and windshield wipers. But this screen is awesome. It's even kind of concaved, kind of curves to you. You also have 2 more haptic buttons for your camera and daytime, nighttime lighting settings on the screens themselves. But this nice, beautiful screen, as you can see your ProPilot assist settings and everything, or you can roll through it and look at any of the other information that you might want to know about your vehicle. Now, also right here in this little section, you can see this is talking about your regenerative braking. So it actually shows you when power is being put back into the battery with your regenerative braking settings, depending on what drive modes you're in, or if you have the E-step engaged, which you can see right here. Here's your drive modes and what gear you're in. Also, the Ariya Evolve Plus comes with a heads-up display. Another great thing about the Ariya is you have the camera backup mirror. So real quick, one thing I wanted to touch on is you do have this little brass bar that goes all the way across the dash here. So this is where your fans are at, so you can control, your air vents. So you can control the vent openings and up, down, left, and right. Then you have this nice little volume control and power button for your audio, your hazard lights, and even your select toggle to change stations. Over here on the door, you got a nice soft touch leather material. You kind of have that little diamond weave type of design. Of course, your window controls, your mirror controls as well. Then your heads-up display, auto hold, and rear trunk buttons. And then you also have your memory seat controls. Now this is what I wanted to show you. There is no center console that goes all the way up to the dash. It's just empty space. You can actually move your feet all the way over here. You have a little bit of mood lighting there down at the bottom with that little diamond weave type of design. USB-C, USB-A. You even has a little cubby hole for your phone, 12-volt plug right there, and you actually, for your charging cable, you can wrap right there. So if your passenger's charging their phone, they can wrap their cable up and keep it nice and neat. This does have wireless charging right there. Nice little extra area there on the center console. So the cool thing about the center console is if you come around to this little button over here, you can actually move it up or back to your liking and have it situated wherever you want. Of course, here is your electronic gear selector, park button right here on top, button right here on the side to put it in drive, reverse, and neutral. Now right here, I know you can see some more little haptic buttons and are trying to figure out what these are. Well, this over here is your E-step control for like your one pedal driving. Of course, your drive modes, you can put it into sport, standard, or eco. And you just touch that and that'll put it into those drive modes. Now right here, you're like, oh, what's that? Is that the glove box? No, this is actually another little compartment, which I'll show you right now. This is the little James Bond compartment. As you can see, I have my little bag for my microphone down in there. But or you can use it as like a little mat to write something down or whatever. Or you can store all your goodies there. And then over here is your actual glove box. So you still have plenty of room. So there's plenty of storage room. Now I do kind of want to talk about the seats real quick because you have leather and this nice suede Alcantara right there in the middle as well. And it's very comfy. I love the design of them. I can't really give them any demerits on the seating. It is actually really soft and comfortable. All right, guys, so I've jumped to the back. There is plenty of leg room back here. I'm 5'9", which is not super tall, I know, but it's tall enough, all right? But no, seriously though, you have plenty of leg room. Heated seats, USB-C, USB down here. I'll show you that here in a second. Again, the nice leather with the Alcantara, however you say it, in the center. It's very comfortable. Hang on, let's do this. So I put the cup holders down. This material right here is very soft, as you can tell, very comfy. This one is actually outfitted with the little tablet holder accessory. Nice big panoramic sunroof. Everybody loves those. Then down here we got our heated seats and USB-C and USB. And you still continue with the wood grain from the front. All right, coming back outside to the back, we're going to check out the cargo space. As you can see, got the power lift gate, which of course everybody wants. Always great to have. And if we flip the camera around, you can see the inside. You got the nice little first aid kit. You got plenty of room, I think 22 cubic feet of space. What I do like about the Ariya is back here in the back, of course, here's our charger there. We do have the little multi-level storage area, so you can fit your taller items back here or organize it however you want. The only kind of nitpick that I have for the back is that there's no levers anywhere to let the seats down. That would be really nice. It's kind of a pain to have to walk around. How dare you make me walk 3 feet either way to let those seats down, okay? I want levers to let these seats down when I'm trying to put my, brand new flat screen TV in this thing. So, Nissan, you need to fix that. Okay, so I had to re-record the audio for this because on the test drive, the audio when I got back was just terrible. So I had to just re-record all of it with just me talking. So I'm going to kind of keep this brief. So on my drive, I noticed that the Ariya doesn't really drive any different than any other SUV, but I don't necessarily think that is a bad thing. Most of the complaints I get when people get in Teslas for the first time is it's really weird for them. They don't like the one pedal driving. The great thing about the Ariya is when the e-step or your regenerative braking is turned off, it drives like a normal SUV. And I think for most people getting into their first SUV and make the Ariya slightly more appealing than its counterpart, the Model Y. And I know I keep comparing it to the Model Y, but the Model Y is the one that I've been in the most. I haven't been in a whole lot of other of the competitors for the EV market yet. Hopefully I'll get to later on down the line, but we'll see. All right, guys. So all in all, to kind of wrap this up, the Ariya, which is Nissan's premier EV SUV, Nissan knocked it out of the park. Just going to be honest. Overall, Nissan did an excellent job of moving forward, but keeping just enough back that it's not too much or too overwhelming for some people who want to get in the EV market, which is part of the problem that Tesla has, is people that go from a normal vehicle, like your normal everyday people that are not huge Elon Musk or Tesla fans, go to a Tesla. It is very different and off-putting for a lot of people, and the Ariya is new enough, different enough to set itself aside from its internal combustion engine brothers and sisters, but keeps enough there that anybody going from a normal internal combustion engine vehicle into a EV like the Ariya, it's not going to be too overwhelming, but it's going to be very, very fun time. This car, I can, if I could give if I gave a rating, it would be like a 9.5. Just 9.5, just for a few things, like not having at least like the manual pull switches in the back to let the seats down, and a few other things here and there. But overall, the Ariya is definitely one you should look at if you're looking to get a EV SUV. If you're looking at the Model Y, take a look at this first. Especially if you've never had an EV before, take a look at this first. I think that the Ariya is going to do very well for itself in the EV market. So, but that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and just stay tuned. Going to try to have a lot more coming. Thanks, guys.